Hi darlings, this is Christina at Makeup Box FYI. I may be a little late to the party, but it's better late than to never arrive. Okay darlings, so I finally bit the bullet and decided to purchase Pradabeauty. The reason why I didn't purchase it when it launched, because I love myself some Prada. I love prescription glasses in general are Prada. I have a Prada purse. I have a little twilly that's Prada. Let's just say I have a thing for Prada. I love their products. I think they're a fantastic fashion house. So I was bound to purchase this. However, it was only available through the Prada website, and that required a signer. And since my husband and I do work outside of the home, I wouldn't have that. And so I feared that if they came and brought it, that I wouldn't be able to actually receive the package. And it just so happened I was like, you know, I'm just going to do it. And I happened to have that day off because I worked this Saturday. I happened to have that Wednesday off, and the UPS guy, and I was not even, guys, I was running around town all day for my kids, doing all kinds of things, and I happened to have to come home, and he happened to just be there for me to receive it. I mean, I guess that means it was meant to be, right? So thankfully I didn't have to like go to UPS and like pick up the purchase. But anyway, these are beautiful. I haven't actually tried the eyeshadow palette, but I did try the lipstick, and I do have some comparisons for both. So wait to the end of the video, but without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, can we talk about the packaging? This packaging is stunning. Now it is a mirror reflector, so I don't want it to reflect everything going on here, but this, oh, with these two brushes, they kind of fell out. So gorgeous. I did a short with them, but where I swatched them, but of course I have to do it again. Honestly, I feel like these finishes are even better than the YSL palette. I know, guys, because I thought I liked YSL until Prada came out. And look, creamy, buttery, like these new fashion houses with their beauty launches are not coming to play. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start playing with it with you guys, obviously. So there's about 6 grams of product, which you already know we have. It's really hard to go through an eyeshadow palette, and probably because we all have so many different ones, but you know, it's got a beautiful mirror. Start with this color here. Now, why I chose this palette is because I felt like this was gonna be kind of what I wanted my Dior Amber Pearl palette to be. A little more buttery, a little more creamy. So I was like, you know what, let me try this, because I still need my creamy buttery neutral. Because I'm going to show you, I also bought another Clé de Peau palette after my after I purchased the first one. I just bought the refill. I didn't buy the whole packaging, but even that still wasn't what I like. It still wasn't the color wheel I wanted. Of course the formula is beautiful, but it wasn't the color palette that I was wanting. So I felt like this was going to be it. I'm gonna do that on this eye too, and I can tell you, just based on the swatches, this was exactly what I wanted. Beautiful neutral color. And I do sometimes pop blue eyeshadow like on my bottom lid, which is probably what I'm gonna do with this palette today. And the other color that they came out, the other colors I should say, like the pink one, I wasn't too keen on. There was one with like the red. I'll show you like the different colors here. I'm kind of late, so I'm sure you guys have already seen all the promotions, all the marketing, and many reviews already on these products. But there was another one I was kind of in between. It had the purple, I don't remember the name, but it had the purple hue to it. And I was like, you know what? Just gonna get that. I already have the Chanel spring palette with that pretty purple color that I never use. So I was like, let me not get that one. And I kind of liked how these colors looked more. Like I was looking for a nice, warm, neutral palette, like a easy, like get up and go put a few colors on, look really put together look. Like I said, it was in the color wheelhouse I was looking for, which let me tell you guys, I didn't disappoint myself with what I chose. I think the models they selected did a great job showing exactly, like, I use this color here, what it will look like on those skin tones. And I'll show you here the model in particular that made me want to get this palette. Like this promo photo, I should say. I was like, yep, this is it. So as you can see, this is a gorgeous, 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 gorgeous neutral palette. It is buttery, it is creamy, it is blending like a dream, just seamlessly blending into each other. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty, even prettier than I thought it would be. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. It is just a nice creamy formula. Now I did not purchase the Guerlain eyeshadow, but it kind of reminds me of the darker color. I don't know if it was called chestnut or something of that nature. I'll put that on screen too. But if you didn't get the Guerlain launch, I think this would be very similar to that look. You want more of a warm tone because I think that one was more of a neutral brown and this one is definitely more warm. Okay, so now I'm going to take their brush and I'm going to take that gold color. I'm going to put it on the inner corner of my eye. See, already this shimmer is so much better than that YSL shimmer, which, you know guys, I'm going to give you a comparison of the YSL to this palette. Because while you may think it's similar, the color I chose, which was Goulet's Dream, it definitely has a different hue to it. So it's nice, it's really pretty in its own right, but it's a different tone completely. Put that there. I didn't even need to wet it. Look how easy that was. You saw me do this. Like, this look literally took like 5 minutes. And then, so I cleaned off my brush. We're gonna take this color here and I wanna see how if it can hold its own. I did already put those colors under there, but let's see. Of all of them, this probably felt, it's creamy, but this felt like the most airy of colors. Like I would probably pack this with a little Fix Plus. So I'm gonna put a little of a setting spray. I'm gonna go on the corner and I'm gonna put it underneath my eye because I feel like this color begs for a little help. And mind you, I probably didn't give it a fair shake because I had already put those other colors on, but as you can see with the pigmentation, this is with the blue and this is with just the regular. I'm just gonna match it up, you know, but I probably wouldn't use the blue on a regular basis, like only when I'm wearing something where I want to enhance a blue color or I want to make a statement with the blue. It's a pretty blue color though. Kind of reminds me of I'm trying to think of a color. Oh, the Blue Velvet palette with Dior, which I love that palette. If you want to pull out some blues, which I may do a comparison of that one too. But yeah, so this is the look, guys. As you see, super easy. I'm gonna go put my liner, lashes, put some lipstick on with my comparisons and final thoughts. All right, BRB. Psych, just playing. I forgot I had a lipstick, duh. So this here is the Prada lipstick and I purchased it in the color Sienne. And as you can see, it's a beautiful like brick reddish color. I love it. And this is in the formula, it's the Prada Monochrome Soft matte, so it's almost like a filter. To try one of the other colors, but I thought, you know what, that hyper matte sounds real scary, and I like the idea of something being blurring to the lips because I feel like it's very forgiving. So it's really pretty, the color. So let me show you, it's very unique to my collection. So it does have these like curved edges, so it's supposed to help with the water, like to curve it over your lip. But it's really pretty. I normally am like a lip liner girl, but with this, I don't need a lip liner. So pretty. Sienne. It's a beautiful color. And right off the bat, I'm going to show you comparison. So this, as you saw, was me like, you know, swatching it out for Sienne. And then if you just want a more opaque color there. This is from the Chanel Fall Collection last year. And this is in the color Legendaire. I'm going to swatch it here. And then I'm going to smudge it out. So this was the closest one I was thinking of. But it is definitely in the same family of color, like that bricky, reddish, orangey tone. But the Legendaire is a little more red orange color. It's in the Rouge Allure Velvet, so it is like their matte version, Chanel's matte version, not the most matte because there is extreme matte, but they're very comfortable matte. But the way that it applies is different. Like with the Chanel Legendaire, as beautiful as a color as it is, you need a liner because it does, a lip liner, because it does start to smudge around the edges where you saw where I just applied this so easily, so creamy. And when I did wear it to work, it applied so nicely. It wore so nicely throughout the day. I had to reapply after lunch, but when it starts to fade, it fades very nicely. And I think it's just the formula. It's just like this soft matte. It makes your lips look so juicy, healthy. Just, I just love it. I love this color. Now, I would not wear it with this blue, but like just with this simple eye look, it's freaking gorgeous, guys. I am so impressed with Prada and, excuse me, the packaging. I'm sorry, I didn't even talk about that. It is magnetic and it does have 3.8 grams of product with Chanel. Let me get a comparison. I think it says the grams of product on here. Like the Dior has a 3.5 grams. So I think, let me see if another Chanel has a grams here. Chanel doesn't like to list their grams of product, but it's very like all the other luxury brands around that grams per product. So I'm for real going to put on the rest of my makeup, and then I'll be back with comparisons to this palette so you can see if it's something that you absolutely need to add. What I love is that this is not a limited edition, guys, so you can purchase this whenever you want to on the Prada website. As far as I can see, all the eyeshadows are still available. A lot of the lipsticks are not, and I think it's because of the initial launch they may not have made as many, but these are not limited edition. That's my favorite. You can always purchase this. So now, BRB. Okay, darling, so let me show you all the comparisons. So I'm going to once again swatch this palette here. Okay, so you see the Prada palette, okay? The ones that it's reminding me of is, of course, the Dior Amber Pearl palette. Let me swatch these. This is the Dior Amber Pearl palette. Okay, from here down. I have the Pat McGrath Venetian Sunrise palette. So we have Venetian Sunrise here alongside of the Prada palette, and then Dior Amber Pearl, Hazel and Coral Reef. So I thought it'd be more cool tone. Sorry, I thought it'd be more warm tone, but it kind of looks like the one I reviewed, which is the pink coral shells. You should have known better. Coral Reef shells. I thought it'd be different. So this is Clé de Peau, Blue Velvet palette, of course, just because of the blue. So I'll swatch that along here. The colors that kind of reminded me here. So in comparison, these colors are more deeper blues, grays, purple, so it isn't similar. This Prada blue is definitely like a bright, vivid, electric blue, if you want to say, like a powder. I don't even want to say powder blue, just a lighter blue. I would say of the ones that I've swatched, I think the Prada and the Pat McGrath Venetian Sunrise is kind of similar. Definitely those two colors there are very similar. I will say the textures, Pat is wonderful obviously, but I will say that Prada is creamier. It's definitely easier to blend. It's definitely more user-friendly if you're new to makeup. If you don't want to spend a lot of time like blending, I would say the Prada is actually, I would say, better in the mattes for that. Now of course obviously like this beautiful gold color, that gilded gold color, cannot be replicated. There is a stunner all on its own, and I'm trying to get it. I did a whole review on it, which I'll try to link, but yeah, gorgeous. We have, of course, the YSL. The YSL Gula's Dreams. That's okay. So this, like I was saying, like the tones are different. This definitely comes off as like a pinky brown versus the Prada's warm brown. So you see the difference here and here. This is of course the one I chose. I think there are obviously other colors that may be similar, but this is the one that I have. So those are my comparisons, guys. I love, 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 love everything I purchased from Prada. It definitely makes me want to get more things. They have this beautiful beauty blender that I want. It says Prada on it. It's so fancy, and it's like has your color tone, like there's 3, but light, medium, dark. I love that for like foundation. I kind of want to try their foundation, but I'm really using foundations tons. But if you guys want to see it, I will review it when they come back, because right now they're completely out of stock. Love it. Like I said, a permanent collection, so you don't have to run out and buy it, but definitely beautiful gifts with the holiday seasons coming around, and definitely beautiful autumn look if you're looking or shopping for yourself. All right, darlings, I hope you have a great day, a wonderful week, and I'll catch you in the next ones. Bye.